All right. So for those watching, we're going to talk to Nicole today. She's going to run us through her experience inside working with my team. So Nicole, just give everybody a quick rundown. What do you do for work? Where are you located at?
Okay, I live in Oregon, in the Pacific Northwest,
Nice.
and I work as a pharmacist in a hospital, a clinical pharmacist. So my role is unique in that I am sometimes relegated to a desk, but then other times I also am having to like run things emergently and like there are physical aspects of my job as well. So
Do you work 12s? Is that normally your schedule? It's 12s or
Uh, no,
10s?
I'm very lucky.
You're working.
I work eights.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I couldn't remember.
I'm like grandfathered in because I've been there for so long.
It's not that one in there, right? That's always nice because I always like to ask people like what their schedule looks like because I do have some people who fall into healthcare and they'll do like eights or tens, 12s. It just depends. So that's always really good to know. For you, like before you stepped in with us on the fitness side of things, obviously, but where were you at, like health wise, physical fitness? Like just lay it out for me in terms of like where you started before you stepped in.
So before I started the program, I was not feeling good in my body. I had gained a lot of weight since I gave birth to my son in 2018. It was like 20 pounds over what I would consider like normal for me.
Mhm.
At least 20. And so I was feeling tired, discouraged, and just not able to like enjoy my life very much either. So that was before.
How, like, did you try anything before you came in? Like any apps, ebooks, diets, programs, just to like lay it out for someone that's watching this that may have tried something like similar to you, because there is a lot out there. We're in the world of six, and now there is literally everything. So anything that you tried, I don't know if you want to list it or just give us a rundown on any past experiences.
I had used like two previous calorie trackers and had
Mhm.
tried to like just monitor like my own calories, though I didn't know like how to optimize like my protein and carbs and
Uh,
fats. So I just did whatever the app was telling me to do, but not very well. And so I had tried just like exercise. I was working out like an hour a day sometimes, like really hard workouts as well, like HIIT style for like an hour. And I
yeah.
frankly was like exhausted and I didn't enjoy it either. So it was just like not stuff that I enjoyed
Mm,
and didn't work for me. I
okay.
didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
So
makes sense. Okay.
yeah.
So for that, like doing all that stuff, like what was the goal for you? I know we wanted to like lose weight and things like that. Was that, would you say, was at the time like your primary goal, or was there any other goals that you wanted to accomplish before you came in?
Um, I would say like my primary goal was to lose weight, but ultimately to feel better in my body
Okay.
and to be able to play with my kid and
Mhm.
not feel absolutely gassed. And my husband and I, we go hiking and we do archery hunting. And so like I gotta hike myself up hills and mountains here in Oregon. And so I really needed to be able to do that stuff without
Yeah,
having to like take a break every 5 seconds and feel like I'm dying.
that makes sense. And it's beautiful out in Oregon. There's a lot of really nice trails out there. We've been out there before. It's awesome. Especially
Yeah.
this time of year. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's great. So for you, like what ultimately led you to decide to invest in yourself into this program? Like what was like the tipping point for you?
Probably a combination of how I was feeling on an everyday basis. I was just tired
Mm,
and I didn't feel like I was having any traction doing it on my own.
mhm,
And then the scale was my tipping point. I reached a number that I was really not okay with. And
mhm.
coupling with that with how I was feeling, I was like, I have to do something different because this is not working for me.
I know that what happens to some, women, or sometimes they're putting it off. They're feeling like that. And then did you ever feel, because you are a mom, did you ever feel like you felt guilty investing in yourself when it came to this? I know it's a weird
Uh,
question. I didn't
no,
go over it with you before, but like it just made me think of it.
absolutely.
Okay.
I think that any self-care for yourself, like when you're a mom, it's it's like goes against your what you think you should be doing.
Mm,
And you're like, oh no, I need to put all of myself into like loving and raising and making
of
sure this
course.
little child grows into a standing citizen.
100%.
So like, you can't pour from an empty cup. And so I need to be healthy to show him that he needs to be healthy too, and that it's worth putting effort into yourself.
So, with that being said, do you feel like investing in yourself has given back to your kid?
Yes, I absolutely. He sees me working out and he'll come down and he'll like lift weights with me and show me like he's like, look how big my muscles are, mommy. And that's freaking cute.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like I'm so appreciative.
That's awesome. I always tell women that. I'm like, I get that a lot with women on consultations and stuff. And for some women, it's the point of why they won't do it, but they don't see past maybe the investment into themselves and that number, but they don't understand like it actually pours out to like your family, your job, everything else. So when you have that like decision, do I invest in myself or do I just hold on to my dollars? They're always
Yeah.
nice. It's nice to hold on to them. We all love to. But at the end of the day, do you feel like, the value of the program has helped in like other areas of your life? Or did you feel like you got like what you came in for? Or do you feel like you got a little bit more? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
My expectation was definitely exceeded because what I expected was to get like some like nutritional coaching and like some workouts and lose
That's
some
it.
weight. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
That's it.
then I feel like it's a whole support system where I feel so much better in my body, in my ability to play with my kid. Like my husband also, he's like more getting into like, oh, I gotta put work in too.
Huh?
And so it's great. Like I was surprised too, even at work. Like I told some of my coworkers, like, hey, I'm doing this program. And they were
Mhm.
so supportive. Not that they wouldn't be, but like they were just like, oh wow, good job. Like this is so amazing. And they so noticed like the changes, which was really nice too. And just has affected, it's definitely affected all aspects of my life.
That's great. That's great to hear. And I know we were talking before, you've dropped some clothes sizes as well, right? Couple inches off the waist and everything. Because everyone likes to hear that stuff too. So like anything you've seen on the data side, numbers wise, to give everybody a quick idea.
I don't remember exactly what the inches were, but I've essentially gone down two pant sizes.
Hmm.
My pants were too big. My shirts are fitting a lot looser now. I'm
Hmm.
wearing clothes that were in my closet that I haven't worn in 5 years. So that's
Hmm.
amazing.
I know. And you're like 5 pounds away from your goal that you came in to hit. And we still have like what, another 2 weeks or so left. So I'm not really worried about it. I'm pretty darn sure you'll hit it, which is a nice feeling to have. Cause like you said, when you stepped in, it's like I lose some weight stuff too. But like the impact of other things that like come about it is always really nice. So I guess for you, like best piece of advice you would give somebody that might be, I don't know if you were at a point, maybe you were watching some of my stuff or maybe you were creeping for a little bit. That's typically, we get some lurkers every now and then
Yeah.
seeing what's going on. If you catch a lurker watching your video or like listening to this at some point, what would you tell them? What would you say to them? Because it is so easy to be skeptical. It's six, and there's a lot of things out there. There's a lot of good coaching programs, and there's a lot of not so great coaching programs. And obviously, we can do what we can do in ours, and we try our best. Now that you've been inside, you get an idea of like us, the coaches, the team, all that stuff. So, what would you say to somebody that might be unsure?
I would say that this is so much more than just a like nutrition or exercise program. This is
Hmm.
truly a all-encompassing like coaching program where there are so many resources, so many people to talk to and get help from. The level of thoroughness, I think, is astounding. Like, it's like you guys have thought of everything and have made it really like an enjoyable program and progress. And it's not, I'm not going to say it was easy, right? Like, it's definitely
It's
takes
never
work,
easy.
but
Hmm.
it wasn't like a terrible experience. It was amazing experience. It was awesome.
Love that.
It is so worth the time and money to put that effort into yourself and
Yeah.
see what you, your coaches and the program can do together, like as a team.
Hmm.
Because you will have results.
That's why I always say to people, I was like, it's easy not to get results if you just push back, right? If you just push back on what we tell you and what we say and all that stuff, it's easy to be like, oh, I'm never going to get the results or anything like that. It's a partnership too. That's a big part of why I call it that, because it really does require the participation from you and obviously like the coach. Because once you have that team like in place, like between you and her, it can unfold really well. We can teach you guys a lot. And at the end of the day, we don't want you to feel like you have to like rely on us for either. That's why I built so much stuff in here, all those tools and resources, because yes, like we want you to succeed. We want you to like stick around if you need additional help. But ultimately, we want to give you so much resources, information, things like that. So that way you feel good because you're going to do your job for another like 15, 20 years, whatever it is. Got to stay healthy. You got to stay healthy in
Yeah.
that job. So
Yes.
important. So awesome having you jump in and be in the program. And I always appreciate you when you jump and do these interviews with me. So thanks again for that, Nicole. I know everyone gets a little nervous doing them, but we made it through. Felt pretty good though. Good. Well, if anyone has any questions, if you watch this, my messenger is always open. Feel free to reach out. And again, like we can get you on a consultation and dive into what it would look like to jump in. So thanks again, Nicole. Cool.